to talk about for some time but haven't yet is narcissistic abuse. Some people, it could be their parents, because some cultures, it's just ingrained in the parent that they pretty much own you. Yeah, you as a child, they own you, and sometimes it could be like a friend you have that seems perfect at first, or it could be a roommate. Now, typically the narcissist tends to be like this perfect person when you first meet them. They might shower you with gifts, they might give you compliments, might praise you, maybe praise your intelligence, cater to anything. But this tends to be sort of very short-lived, and the other thing is it's very manipulative. Um, as soon as you start to displease them, things start breaking away. Like, the outsiders, they seem like the most perfect person in the world. Like, outsiders will always deny that you ever experienced any kind of problem, and they will also cater to the outsider and make it seem that you're lying if you ever say anything wrong about this person. So there are quite a few signs of a narcissist. For one thing, if you ever do say they are in the wrong for something, they'll usually act out in anger and turn it on you and say you're the one who is the one in the wrong. And unfortunately, most people who are victims of narcissism, they end up thinking, oh yeah, I am the one who's wrong, and because you don't want to lose that relationship, because you sort of feel attached to it, you feel addicted to that relationship, you tend not to break free, and you take the blame at all costs. And then things like your boundaries are never respected. Like, they might knock on your door constantly. They might use passive aggressive treatment to you if you ever don't agree to do something they want to do. Like, supposing they want to go, I don't know, the mall with you, and you say you're too tired. If you don't make that effort, they'll be passive aggressive. The most common thing that they tend to use is silent treatment. Now, silent treatment never ever solves a problem. Like, silent treatment is probably one of the most toxic things somebody can use against you. Like, it not only does it hurt you, it doesn't solve anything. It's like, lack of communication is probably the thing that destroys everything. Now, narcissists don't always know they're in the wrong, but often they have a sense of feeling that they're in the wrong, and it's just that the one thing that you have to understand if you're ever in a narcissistic relationship or suffering from narcissistic abuse is you are not the person who should be the one to change them. They have to actually learn themselves that they have to change themselves. It's something that's very difficult. Like, some never change. Some of them, they'll keep doing things to cater to their own, that caters to their own narcissism. It could be like they might be, I don't know, posting pictures on Instagram and just talking about how great they are, and they demand their respect. Like, somebody in the news whom everybody knows as a narcissist, who's, I don't think is a terrible person, but is definitely a narcissist, is Donald Trump. Like, that is a condition of definitely narcissistic personality disorder, like histrionic tendencies. He's gonna side with anybody who's on his side, but he's absolutely not hates it when he's ever told he's wrong. But I'm just gonna keep politics a little out of this video, because more than likely I'll probably talk about politics in a future video. So these people also use another term, something called splitting. So a person doesn't necessarily have to have a personality disorder, but they can display traits of a personality disorder. One personality disorder, which is often trauma related, is called borderline personality disorder, and this is a classic case where people use the thing that's called splitting. So it's often when they bring a third person into the mix. It might just be you and him, and then they'll bring a third person in the mix. They'll show the preferential treatment to the other person, just to show you, look, I can be a nice person. And then you start questioning yourself. You start thinking, I'm a terrible person. You start to overcompensate and try to become show that you're a better person. And unfortunately, narcissistic abuse victims generally start to have other trauma-related feelings. Like, you may have anhedonia, inability to feel pleasure. You might lose interest in things that you were passionate about. You might suffer insomnia. You start feeling lack of motivation, easily fatigued. Now, I'm going to include some articles that I've written on my Vocal Media channel. Like, Vocal Media, I just feel as though I can write better than I can speak. I don't really engage people much on YouTube, but I think Vocal Media I've done a better job of. So, I'll include links. There's going to be a poem and 2 articles that I've written from that site. Please feel free to check them out in the description. As always, thanks for watching.